Lizzie Cundy, a British socialite and former friend of Meghan Markle, managed to not only dodge an awkward reunion with Meghan, but also served up some serious fashion inspiration. While Meghan didn't quite bring her A game at the LA Children's Hospital Gala. Picture this: Lizzie, 56 and fabulous, strutting her stuff in a low-cut red dress that screamed confidence and elegance. This is how you wear a red dress. Meanwhile, Meghan, 43 and seemingly in a competition for who could look more unkempt, arrived looking like she'd just rolled out of a gym session rather than an exclusive gala. Their history is about as complex as Meghan's hairdo that night. Once upon a time, they were friends after meeting at a charity gala back in 2013, but after Meghan hitched a wagon to Prince Harry, Lizzie was promptly ghosted. So of course it was just delightful to see how they managed to avoid any direct interaction at the gala. Lizzie was seated at the prestigious top table, while Meghan was presumably on security detail, surrounded by her own little fortress of protection. Lizzie absolutely slayed in that red dress, showcasing ample cleavage and flaunting a high slit that left little to the imagination. The beaded detailing was a cherry on top of a fabulous ensemble, complemented by a pair of red heels that could rival a superhero's cape in terms of flair. She was living her best life, even sharing a cute selfie with Sugar Ray Leonard. You can just feel the envy radiating from Meghan, can't you? Speaking of Meghan, her hair looked so sweaty and unkempt, it's as if she'd just finished a grueling workout. The bronzer, heavy-handed to say the least, and the dress, well, probably costing enough to feed a family of 4 for a month, still managed to look cheap and tacky. Is she perhaps trying to make a fashion statement about being real? If Lizzie's dress was a confident look at me, Meghan was more of a what was I thinking? Lizzie looked polished and put together, while Meghan appeared to be desperately clawing at attention. It's almost tragic how out of touch she seems. If I had to guess, she might have been high on something because she doesn't look sober. It's almost amusing how Meghan, who once had the world at her feet, has now become a walking embarrassment. And here's the kicker. Meghan wasn't even invited. She was absent from the actual event. The dinner, the speeches, the Demi Lovato concert. How desperate can one be to crash a charity gala and act as if they're still a player in the Hollywood scene? With over 100 tables at the event, she didn't manage to snag a single invite, which is telling to say the least. It appears that she showed up in that disaster of a red dress just for a photo op and then promptly left when it was time for the actual event activities. Perhaps she used her favourite excuse: it's the children's tea time, they'll be hungry. The event's publicity described her appearance as unexpected, which is a polite way of saying, who invited her? Sadly, it all reeks of desperation and failed attempts to cling to some semblance of popularity. In the end, Lizzie Cundy, the former wag, emerged as the true star of the evening. She looked fabulous in a red dress, while Meghan Markle yet again found herself overshadowed and outshined.